Hello and welcome to yet another day of Blizzard at Gamescom here in Cologne, Germany. Today has been packed with a lot of activities here at the Blizzard booth, but we also have a lot coming up for you tonight in this very show as we are looking into the upcoming hero brawler of Blizzard, Heroes of the Storm, and we're also going to talk about World of Warcraft with its upcoming expansion, Warlords of Draenor, and as if that wouldn't be enough, we also of course have a lot more going on. For example, contests, we're going to talk about them a bit later tonight, and before I continue talking about upcoming things, I actually want to just make you have a look around at what happened at Gamescom. That's where we are at Gamescom today. What game are you guys playing?
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
So are you playing together?
Yes.
Yeah? Always?
Yes.
What's the best thing here? What would you buy?
This sword necklace looks pretty nice.
You seem like a World of Warcraft player. Are you interested in any of the other games too?
Yeah, definitely. I'm playing all Blizzard games. I'm waiting for Heroes of the Storm. It's just one thing I just need to have.
I'm standing here in front of the Heroes of the Storm booth where people can try the game out. Now the line is obviously very long, so let's see how long it really is. How do you feel about being last in line?
Yes.
Yes.
Ich spreche Englisch.
Just say good.
Good.
Nice. First in line, you're about to play Heroes of the Storm. How do you feel?
I'm very happy in this moment.
What Blizzard games do you play?
Actually, all of them, but
Right.
mostly World of Warcraft.
Are you interested in any of the games there?
Yeah, Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. So you know you can play the new expansion here. Are you already playing it at home as well?
Already playing it, so of course.
World of Warcraft.
Yes, World of Warcraft too.
World of Warcraft. All right. Standing here with one of the contestants for the cosplay contest, which is going to happen today. Who are you going as? What are you cosplaying, and why are you cosplaying this character?
So this is the dare out of Diablo 3. It's from the first part, and I wanted to cosplay this because I want to do something that's big, that's really monstrous. Now I have not my legs attached to my body, but when I have it, then yeah, everything is really huge, and I like huge costumes.
You did a beautiful job. I can't wait to see it. Thank you
Thanks.
so much. So as you can tell, there has been a lot going on in the Blizzard area here, and tonight, of course, we have a lot of stuff going on as well. And for that, I once more got myself my co-host, Josh. Josh, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. You know, I got to tell you, that was one of my all-time favorite things about talking to the Blizzard fans and hearing what their favorite games are. And every single time it was, I like them
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
That's like the 99 percentile.
It actually was.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's legitimate because that would be the same response I would be giving anyway, so
That would be
I
too,
wouldn't
yeah.
know.
I'm part of the 99 percentile.
Me too,
Yeah.
me too. I'm training right behind
Yeah.
that. Now, I mean, I have been doing the daily updates and everything there, and I spent a lot of time here in the studio. You, however, you haven't been missing out on anything. You've been running around.
I've been with the people.
You've been with the
I'm
people.
one with the people. That's correct.
You're one with the
That's
people.
correct.
That's even better.
Yes.
How is that going for you?
Phenomenal.
Are you enjoying it?
I mean,
Phenomenal.
everyone is so. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know why I say phenomenal? Because I've been using the word awesome all day long. I feel like
Was that your replacement?
Yeah, it is.
Phenomenal?
Yeah, it
That's
is.
what you want to go for?
I talk to the fans. They get me so pumped up. I'm like, guys,
Perfect.
what do you think about Heroes of the Storm? And then they say something like, awesome. And then I'll be like, how are you liking Hearthstone? Blah, blah, blah. It was the greatest thing ever. Awesome. So now the new word is phenomenal.
Okay,
Yeah.
so talking about phenomenal, I thought I'm going to use this as a lead-in now. But we had a great show yesterday already, and we really
yeah.
enjoyed it. And if you missed it for whatever reason, you can also, of course, just go and check it out. It's going to be on the Blizzard YouTube channel as a VOD. Same goes for the show tonight as well as the one tomorrow. Now, I talked about contests earlier on today, and let's just grab that up again. How can they win stuff again today?
Yeah, so we've been getting a ton of tweets, and I want to thank all the fans for just supporting this, but we're giving away 5 prizes every single day. Make sure you use BlizzGC 2014. What we're looking for is how you're enjoying Blizzard at Gamescom. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be here. You can do this at home too. So upload a cool picture, something like a cool tweet, and then we're going to be drawing at random. And then actually at the end of the show or midway through, we're going to be choosing some people too.
Exactly. So let's just take a look at the prizes people can actually get.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's a big list, as you can see. We have daily winners as well as runner-ups. And we also have the grand prize, which is the artwork, which will be given to one person. That's going to be one of the daily winners. But as you can see, we have plushies, we have T-shirts, we have Hearthstone packs, lanyards, bouncy balls, we have figurines, we have everything your heart can possibly desire and more.
That's correct.
That is absolutely correct.
And unfortunately, they didn't let me add a flannel to the runner-up package. That's not going in.
It's not going in. Are you sure? He promised it yesterday. We have it on tape. Again, you can check out the VODs. He actually said it, I'm pretty sure.
Go through the replay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just go through it. It's, you know. Now, you have been doing a lot of things. Obviously, not just talking to people, but you also went to play some Hearthstone.
Yep.
So we're gonna take a look at how that went.
What are you up to?
Winning, maybe.
Oh, are you really? Are you beating him?
Yes,
Oh, you're beating him now.
maybe, yeah.
I'm losing most of the time.
When I did the costume, I had no time to play World of Warcraft, and I was so sad all the time. But I could, paint some armor, and then with my tablet on the other side, I could play some Hearthstone, and it was great.
Are you pretty good at Hearthstone?
Yeah, I play it when I get free time, when I'm not doing cosplay.
What's your favorite class to play as?
The priest.
I like it because it's simple, but there are advanced strategies once you get all the cards.
So what's your favorite thing about Hearthstone?
My favorite thing about Hearthstone is probably that you don't have to invest that much time to play the game. So I can just sit down, play like for 20 minutes, and then don't play for 2 weeks if I want to.
The one thing that always people are saying is Hearthstone's an easy game to pick up. It's hard to master, and that sounds like something I could be really into. Plus, I like the fact that it's on tablet because I like to pass out at night playing a video game, and it's really a pain in the butt dragging my PC into the bedroom every single time. Anyway, so guys, check out Hearthstone, check out Naxxramas. It's a great game. The people have spoken.
And I want to talk about interesting people in different clothing. Josh is not the only one who's kind of sticking out with that flannel style. We actually have a cosplay contest. Hit you, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I liked it.
No, Josh is not
good.
the only one sticking out there. We, of course, have a cosplay contest going on the stage, or we had a cosplay contest going on the stage, as Blizzard is doing that every year here at Gamescom. We just saw some phenomenal cosplay.
Oh,
it was incredible.
It's insane. It
really
is
was.
incredible.
So yeah, just to take a few looks at it, this is it's incredible. We got pretty much everything of every universe from Blizzard in there.
I mean, what blows my mind is these people made this stuff from hand. I mean, just from scratch is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And 3 weeks, a month, a year, their process differs, but look at this.
Yeah,
I could never do that.
I listened in on some of the interviews I did on stage, and the majority of them actually said, like, yeah, I've been working on it for like nearly a year and stuff like that. That is so long.
Yeah.
They spent so much time on it, and probably also costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, I would assume that's not really a cheap hobby either.
No, that's what they were saying in the interviews. Plus, I mean, the level of dedication these people put into it is outstanding. I nearly said phenomenal. I'm going to go without saying that.
Just so funny. No, okay. So no, I'm really in awe with those cosplays, and we're gonna have more of that footage tonight, so you won't miss out. And we actually also have gonna have some cosplayer guests here in the studio, so that's gonna be really interesting to see. And also, of course, I once more want to remind everyone we have a contest going on at Twitter. Make sure to tweet at us, include the hashtag BlizzGC2014, and also you need to follow one of the Blizzard channels. There's plenty of them. You have plenty of channels to choose from, and just make sure to follow us so we can actually message you. And now it's time to put my serious anchorman face back on, because I want to go into the daily updates. And we're starting the daily updates very creative. As some of you might know, Luke Mancini is one of the Blizzard artists, and he is on stage doing live drawings every single day. He's working on an artwork for Heroes of the Storm. It's absolutely amazing, and we've been grabbing him for a quick chat.
So I'm doing a Heroes of the Storm painting. It's painting a full 5-man team. So I've got one of our new heroes, Anubarak, that we're showing off here. I've got Sonya, Brightwing, Vala in the background, and Abatha, because I don't think Abatha gets enough love.
I don't think so either. I think Abathur needs a lot of love, and Luke's here to do that. So is it, I mean, I know you've been doing this for a long time, but is it kind of hard to do that in a live environment?
It is a little bit, but I have everything planned out in my mind, and it's almost refreshing to work so quickly. Normally I spend ages on something, I need to detail it out really, like get into the nitty-gritty details, but working on something that's loose, I only have a few hours to do it, there's something sort of freeing about doing that, so I really enjoy it.
Luke, thank you so much, dude. That was really incredible. Thanks, man.
We had kind of the Expendables experience on stage yesterday as two old school StarCraft 2 players have been going up against each other. I'm talking about Whitedraw and Stefano, who brought their A game on stage, and that's what we're going to look at now.
I think the reason all the pro players start being pro players because they have a huge ego and they love to be watched and stuff. And I miss it, honestly, and here I am.
I feel very great myself, even if I not practiced like long time ago, but still I have skill.
It's a pleasure, honestly, because it feels good to be in front of a crowd again, and feels like the good old times, let's say.
One of the great things of being here around in the Blizzard area during this event is actually meeting the developers. And yesterday Diablo 3 fans were lucky as the Diablo 3 developers had a signing session and they got the chance to talk to them.
What's it like to do an autograph signing like this?
It's one of the greatest things to do at any of the events. We get to meet our community and we get to sign things for them. They tell us how much they love the game. The line moves very slowly because we take our time, so we get to talk with people as they're going by, so it's a lot of fun.
One of the only times you get to meet the fans face to face, or?
Yeah, really shows like this, BlizzCon is a great one. Things like PAX and Gamescom, it's the best way for us to meet all our fans and to get to talk about the game and, the things they like, the things they want us to do better.
And when the developers are not signing stuff or sitting here with us in the studio, they actually have a pretty darn busy schedule. And we want to give you a bit of a better idea of how busy a day of a developer at an event like this actually looks like.
So this is the area where all the journalists and PR get to talk to our game developers. So I'm here with the one and only
Josh Mosquera. The team's having lunch right now. It is because it's lunchtime and we need to eat because we have a whole afternoon full of meetings. But yeah, this is where it's kind of like our home base. So we usually go from 10 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon, and the interviews are about 20 minutes long, right? So it's just one after the other. But it's really cool because this is one of the chances where we get to see how our games are being sort of received. It's really informative. So this is a base camp. I'm going to walk you to the Team 3 Diablo 3 area. This is kind of our home away from home right now at Gamescom. So we have a nice big TV. What we try to do is we try to get them to play the game, right? Because then they can really see all the changes we've made, and it also means that they're too busy playing the game and not asking a lot of questions. So it kind of works.
How do you guys handle the really hard-hitting stuff that comes up every once in a while?
Well, when they do come up once in a while, we have a safe word we use, and then that journalist gets escorted out into the back and never seen again.
So believe it or not, we're actually not in a little store. This is the other part of the press area where retailers can come and see what kind of products they want to buy from us. So imagine someone like Walmart or Target or whatever have you. Those guys would come in and look at all the things we have to offer and be like, oh, okay, I want 10 million copies of World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria. I'm sure that's a totally realistic number, but anyway, that's how this area works. This is just more of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we're trying to show you guys.
And we're going to have a lot more on the topic developer in our show tomorrow. And we're also going to have one of them here in the studio in just a little bit. And before that happens, we're going to have a very quick break. So next up, we have something highly interesting, which basically goes for everything we have in this show. So this comment was pretty much irrelevant.
No, but it was
it
fit
still
well.
it still fit. Was it phenomenal? Would you say?
I thought it was awesome.
That's good. I'll take that too. I'll take that too. I am, of course, talking about the upcoming hero brawler from Blizzard itself. It's Heroes of the Storm, and I know for a fact that a lot of people are incredibly excited about that. And that includes gazillion million mile long line which was standing on the booth all day long.
And they're pumped, by the way, from the back to the front.
Yeah, they really are. They really
awesome.
are. And yeah, we are actually going to talk about this game. We're going to have a developer from the team here to give us some answers to some of the questions which may or may not have came up in the audience or also here in our studio. But before that's going to happen, we're actually going to take a look at the cinematic to Heroes of the Storm.
Come out, wherever you are.
Nuclear launch detected.
We have a lot of great stuff going on here in the show, and it will just continue as I want to introduce you to our next guest. It's Kaeo Milker from the Hearthstone team. You are the senior game producer, and I'm really, really pleased to have you here. And now we're going to talk about your team, about your work, about your game in just a bit. But before that, I actually want to talk a little bit about you. Would you be so kind as to introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe tell us what exactly you're doing in your team, and also, of course, how long you've been working for Blizzard, for example.
Sure. I'm Kaeo Milker. I'm a senior game producer on the Heroes of the Storm team. I've been at Blizzard for almost 13 years. It's coming right up here, just a couple days.
That is long.
That's a long time. It's an awesome place to work. Yeah, I am actually kind of overseeing the game production for Heroes of the Storm for the team, basically.
All right, so this is an incredible, exciting time for you and your team. The game is about to head into a beta after we have several months of technical alpha. Where are we in terms of development right now in the game?
So we're in technical alpha right now still. Beta is on the horizon. Technical alpha is really about us standing up our server infrastructure, testing the scalability of the game. You know, Heroes is a free-to-play game, so eventually anyone who wants to play it will be able to come in and try it. So we really need to make sure our hardware and our servers are able to support all those people. We're also testing the core gameplay right now, and it's a really cool opportunity for us as developers to actually invite the community, the players to come in and play it at basically the earliest we've ever shown a Blizzard game in development. It's been a pretty cool journey so far.
Well, I can imagine. Now, if I were to log into the game right now, what would I be seeing? Well, what's there already?
There's actually a lot there. I think we keep hearing from people that it looks done, and they say, give it to us, it's ready.
That's good.
Yeah, I think and what they're really seeing is the polish that's a result of all the people who are really passionate, working hard, and everybody's quality bar is always really high at Blizzard. But the core gameplay is coming on really nicely. It's a lot of fun. We still have a long way to go, though, on development. We still have social systems that we're layering in. We don't have ranked play yet. That's going to be coming in as well. But there's a full-fledged game that's in there. You can come in, have fun. You can match with people, play by yourself against the AI. And basically, we'll just be continually adding to the game over time across alpha, beta, and beyond.
Right, now you're in an open technical alpha. That's almost unheard of. How did that decision happen?
Yeah, Blizzard, we've been a box product company for a really long time. It's basically us trying to change the way we think and work on Team 1, on the Heroes team. We really want to make Heroes a game that is in constant evolution, development, so it's something that we're going to be adding to continually. And so we wanted to try to get people in as early as possible, start getting their feedback and reacting in real time so that basically we could continue that process forever with the game. We just really want to be hearing what people want and closing that feedback loop by reacting to it and adding new content as the game continues to develop.
That sounds great.
I got a quick question for you. So there's been so much change that's happened during this phase of the game. What's the most surprising thing you've discovered during Tech Alpha?
I mean, a big part of it is, like I said, changing the way our team thinks and works. So there's something on the internal side, which is just, a whole new process for us. And I think everybody's been really excited and energized by it. And like I said, usually we're hiding in a corner, we're working on the game for a couple years, and then we go, here you go. And now we're on a daily basis, and we're updating this build every 4 to 6 weeks, new content's coming in, there's always something new coming in, and we're directly hearing feedback immediately. Sometimes we hear feedback before it's even out, and it's just this totally different experience as a developer to be able to have this kind of instant gratification, instant feedback that allows us to continue making the game better on a daily basis.
Very cool.
You and your team have been working on this game for quite a while now. If you look at the game now, what are you most excited about?
I'm a Blizzard fan. I came to Blizzard because I love the company, I love the games, I love the consistent fun that we can be found in every Blizzard game. And I think this is the first time we've taken this opportunity to kind of collide all the Blizzard worlds, all these beloved Blizzard characters into one game. So it's kind of like this dream come true fantasy land for me of the Nexus, which is this place in Heroes of the Storm where everything is colliding, and anything goes. You can see characters from every Blizzard game going back 20 plus years. The Blizzard worlds, all these things are going to be there. So I think as a Blizzard fan, that's amazing.
All right. So there are a lot of heroes already in the game. Can you maybe talk a little bit about them and maybe how the decision was made to put those in first?
Sure. So right now there are 28 heroes that are actually playable in the alpha right now in the live game. Here at Gamescom, we're showing 3 new heroes, Azmodan, Anubarak, and Chen. And heroes are going to be continually brought in. We're basically just going to bring them in as often as we can. But the process to select which hero comes in and which one comes in next is kind of varies. In the early days, it was the artists just kind of picking a wide variety of characters. They wanted, creatures and humans. They wanted to get a good spread across all of our IPs. So Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo. They wanted to have different silhouettes so that when you look at the battlefield, you're just seeing a lot of variety. We at this point are being much more strategic about the way heroes are selected, and what we'll usually do is look at things like complexity of how difficult a hero is to play, and we're picking heroes out of a list of hundreds, obviously again 20 years of characters, and we're trying to find the best match that kind of continues to add to and round out the hero selection. So if you're someone who wants to play an assassin, we want you to have a couple different choices of what assassins you can play, and each one is going to be really different. It's all about variety.
That's nice. Now, one of the new heroes you just mentioned, Chen Stormstout, he's always been one of the crowd favorites in terms of Blizzard characters. He's just a likable character. He's just Pandaren, he's great personality and everything. He's been added now, and we're going to take a quick look at this new hero right now. And of course, Kaeo, maybe you want to tell us a little bit about this new hero. What can he do? What makes him different?
Yeah, so Chen's a warrior, but he's a really different warrior. Instead of using mana, he actually has something called brew. So he's a brewmaster. He's carrying around his keg there. He can do things like stop in the middle of combat, drink his brew, it replenishes his energy, and he comes out of that and is able to cast spells, and he's kind of refreshed after that. He also combos a lot of abilities with his brews. He sprays brew on people, and then another ability will ignite it, so it does damage to them over time. There, he just did it there, lighting them on fire. He also has a pretty classic ability, Storm, Earth, and Fire, where he splits into 3 versions of himself. You can kind of see a portion of that right there. This is his ultimate here, his heroic ability. One of them is he gets in a keg and rolls around. He can push characters around.
There it is. This is really nice to see. I can't wait to play Chen. Really.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we've been going around here in the booths in the Blizzard area, and I've been asking. We are having the senior game producer here in our studio, so of course there should be some questions from some people, and we found plenty. Don't worry about that. We're gonna take a look at the first one right now.
Hi, Heroes of the Storm team. I've got a question concerning myself. Will there be a Kel'Thuzad in Heroes of the Storm?
So will there be a Kel'Thuzad in Heroes of the Storm? So at some point, anybody could come into Heroes of the Storm. We could go all the way back to Blackthorn and Rock and Roll Racing and Lost Vikings. Characters from every IP, every game ever are up for it. We're not really talking about future heroes right now, but absolutely Kel'Thuzad is on the list, I will tell you that. When that will become a reality, who knows, but yes.
Actually, I have a selfish question to ask you. I've been meaning to ask you this for a long time. Do you actually have a favorite hero?
I don't have a favorite hero. I try to play them all. I have a daughter, Kerrigan, who she kind of pushed me to play a lot of Kerrigan, so I started and then I got really into her, and so I think I find myself gravitating towards her as kind of my main character, but I play everybody. I'm really excited actually for Anub'arak to get in the game, because we had him in testing internally a long time ago, and now he's finally getting to the point where he's about to get in, so I'm looking forward to that as a new warrior to get into.
Nice.
I love the chance to just ask selfish questions.
I'm sorry.
No, I love that. I love that.
Any chance I get to talk to Kaeo.
That's lovely.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we give the audience the opportunity, so why not you?
Well, they get to have all the fun. Let me ask one question.
That's okay. It's okay. But that's it. That's it.
Okay,
for tonight. That's it for tonight. We have another one from the audience.
Are there gonna be more maps soon? Is my question. Thank you.
So polite.
Yeah, that was polite.
Loved
That
it.
was great. So Battlegrounds. So right now, okay, we started the alpha with 4 Battlegrounds. We added a 5th one just a few weeks ago in one of our updates. And Battlegrounds are something we're really excited about. Obviously, the standard for the genre is kind of one map, and it's kind of the default map. And even if there are other maps, everyone kind of gravitates towards one. So we knew from early on we wanted a whole bunch of Battlegrounds. And each one's different. There's unique mechanics on each of them. We are actively developing multiple Battlegrounds right now, and our intention is to continually roll them in. So with frequent updates, you can expect to see more Battlegrounds, and no timeline for them right now, but we're working on them and they're coming.
All right, so we have a lot of stuff to looking forward to. Now, I would say I think I mentioned it several times already. We had one of the guys from your team actually on stage. Luke Mancini, also called Mr. Jack. Is that correct? That's correct. That's right. Mr. Jack has been on stage drawing Heroes of the Storm artwork, and it just looked incredible. How is it for you to have a guy with such an ability in your team?
Why are mounts implemented when the maps are so small?
Our team is thankfully filled with lots of people who are very passionate and talented, and Luke is amazing. I think I've been watching him the last couple of days as he's done this, so he's doing this piece live. People are asking him questions. That's certainly not the way he works usually, but he's an amazing artist, and he has this kind of Cinderella story too, as he was a fan like many of us are who come to Blizzard, and he's somebody who was making fan art for Starcraft, and then we brought him out and hired him to join our team, and now he's a pretty big driving force creatively on our team. So his work is amazing. It's here at Gamescom, gigantic walls, both for Hearthstone and for Heroes. Luke is incredible.
Yeah, we can already see this picture is coming along so great. It also features Anub'arak, which is one of the new ones, which of course made a lot of people very, very excited. Does he just how does it work? Do people tell him what to draw, or is he just being all creative and go for it?
He's being all creative. We tend to let the creative people be creative.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like
that. Better that way.
It's also, he's such an amazing artist, but he also can perform in front of a huge crowd of I think 7,000 people in front of that stage. I couldn't draw a stick figure in front of.
Kaeo, could you do that like he did?
I could go up there with spreadsheets and schedules. I could
they
do that.
love that.
I
The
could try
crowd
it.
loves spreadsheets.
Hey, I would applaud.
Next year.
I would applaud.
Me too. Yeah. Whenever he changes to another sheet or adds a new column, I'd go crazy.
He's gonna
for that.
highlight that column. I know it.
Oh God!
Look at my borders.
Oh, no spoilers. So we have some more questions from the audience. So let's take a look at that.
Why are mounts implemented when the maps are so small?
Why are mounts implemented when the maps are so small? Actually, I think our battlegrounds have objectives on them, and so they actually require you at a moment's notice to kind of completely change what you're doing. So you might be in the bottom lane, and for example, on Haunted Mines, a tribute could spawn at the top lane. You got to get your butt over there. The maps aren't so small that you could just meander slowly and walk your way there. You got to get there. So, typically there are things like boots that we had in Warcraft 3 that speed you up, and I think that's what a lot of games use, are things that change your movement speed. We thought mounts was a really fun way to do it. We obviously have mounts in Warcraft 3. We love them, and we thought it was a cool opportunity to give players not only a way to get around quickly, but another way to customize their heroes. So we have a bunch of mounts in the game now. We'll keep adding more mounts, things from our game worlds, things from outside the game worlds, funny things, cool things. We'll
I got to tell you, I don't think I've ever been more pleased looking at my screen than when I mounted up with Diablo on a pony. I think that was my highlight.
I'm going to take it a step further. Actually, the unicorn with the streaming rainbow behind it is hands down my favorite, especially because I play Stitches. That image alone.
That must look good.
I'm going to get a tattoo of that.
Nice.
I really
Okay, he said it on stream, of course. Don't forget, you can watch the VOD, so you can hold him up to his word.
Yep.
Just to mention it again. So it's out there, and you can't delete it.
That's correct.
That's correct, and that's great. We had one more question for you, so let's take a look at that.
I want to ask if the game is going to be on a console like PS4 or Xbox. Thanks.
Right. Will it be on console? So, obviously we're focused on PC development. That's where the alpha is now. I can say I like console. I love what we've done with Diablo 3, and I played Diablo 3 on console and on PC now, and it's kind of like an amazing experience. I think it's wonderful. I actually play Heroes at home in the alpha on my big screen using a Xbox 360 controller, so I feel like it feels good that way. No plans for it right now, but it's a cool thing to try sometime, so who knows? We'll see.
That sounds great. Well, thank you so much for joining us here in the studio, and it's just been an absolute pleasure to hear from the developer himself, having questions answered from the audience. That's a one-time experience we get here, so that's really nice. Thank you so much for that. And we have some cosplay coming up anytime soon, but before that, we're actually going to take a look at Josh talking to the developers who have been judging the contest.
This is like the World Series of the costume contest.
Oh, really?
Oh, totally. Some of these contestants have spent months or even close to a year working on it.
Tell me, what are you judging them on? Because I see you guys writing all kinds of stuff.
Well, we have a very complex formula, but it basically boils down to, we look for the accuracy, then we have the two that I think are really important, craftsmanship, and then finally, not all the characters are equal in terms of how difficult it is to make the costume. So some are, a little bit simpler, and some require way more intricate details. So it's accuracy, craftsmanship, and difficulty.
Yeah, aspiring artists out there, the cosplayers, what would you recommend?
Just keep at it. I think it's pick the character you really love, and then you really, get passionate about the actual process of making it. So it's going to take a lot of time and dedication to do it, and then just have fun.
And we're going to have some of the contestants here in our studio. I personally don't know which right now, so I'm really, really excited to see who they bring in here. So far, that looked amazing. I loved all of them.
I know the two that are coming in. I'm not going to spoil it, but I saw them in the hall back. Actually, both of them are, well... that wasn't much. I can't ruin this. No, that wasn't really anything. I can't ruin this for anybody, but wow. You wait till you see.
Okay, I see. You having your eyes on things. That's great. Are you having your eyes on Twitter as well?
I am, actually, and it keeps coming in.
So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we got so far.
Oh, cool.
That's nice.
Yep. People are playing games at Gamescom. I can appreciate that. Aww.
That's
Reaper
brilliant.
of Souls is checking out stuff to buy.
I hope he's checking out plushies or something. Oh, this is great.
Even the Reaper of Souls needs to purchase something every once in a while.
No, I like that.
Do you accept souls as
that
payment?
Cake, look at Lurky and his cake.
Did you hear the story? There was a lady that actually...
The story of the cake?
Yeah.
Tell me the
Someone just walked in with that and said, happy 10th year anniversary World of Warcraft.
Really?
Here's a cake. I love Miss Pandaria, and that's why I made that.
That is incredible.
I couldn't believe it. And then we actually did a little bit with her where she walked us through the whole thing. It was amazing.
That is lovely. Oh, and Kerrigan, of course.
I mean, look at that cosplay.
They're so good. They're
Hollywood
just so
would snatch
good.
these people up in a heartbeat to make these kind of costumes. They're
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, I hope some of them are actually professionals because they can do it. Like they're really, really good at that. Now, yeah, we're going to talk about the cosplay again later tonight, and of course, keep the stuff coming on Twitter. I really like what we saw so far. So once more, of course, make sure to include the hashtag BlizzGC2014. This is how you can reach us. Josh is having his eyes out. He's going to check them all out and make sure that some of them will come up here in the show. So I can't wait to see more. And we are actually going to talk about World of Warcraft next up. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Blizzard at Gamescom here in Cologne in the lovely Germany. It's a bit rainy outside, but it's okay. I'm still enjoying myself.
I'm rather dry, thank you.
Well, we're inside, Josh. Duh. No, it's great to be here, and of course, I want to thank everyone who's tuning in. It's great to have you here on our stream. Now, I said we want to talk about World of Warcraft. It is, as you said before when we talked about the cake, it is the 10-year anniversary. That's a long, long, long time. How long have you been playing World of Warcraft?
I've actually been playing World of Warcraft for about 6 years now, and I thought I was pretty cool. And then I started talking to the people in line, and they're like, oh, no, I've been playing since vanilla to current day.
Yeah.
And that is most of the people I spoke to, like just 10-year vets. And then I'm probably ruining part of the segment, but I'm like, well, would you guys be playing this in 20 years? Yes. 30? Yes. 60? Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I can relate to them because I've been playing it when it came out on beta. I was like, I'm in. Awesome. And then I've been playing it, and ever since then I couldn't even, like, even in the times where I didn't really feel like, okay, I don't have enough time, I can't really be focusing on it now, because there was some times where I focused on it a lot.
Yeah, right.
I played that a lot. I was hardcore raiding and everything. I wanted to be rank 14 back in vanilla, and that's what I did, and that took a lot of time and dedication, and I loved every second of it.
Do you have a favorite class?
It's actually really hard because I literally, for every expansion which came out, I rewrote my class.
Yep.
So in vanilla, I was playing mage. Even though we were totally oversaturated on mages in the raid, and I really wanted to be in the main raid, and then it was just like, well, we need more priests, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna play priest. So I played priest into BC, but healing wasn't really my thing, and then I switched to rogue all of a sudden, and then I always had an alt druid, which I then, like, every now and then took out of my closet. So I've been through almost all of them. I think the only class I never played is paladin.
You hear something crazy? I stuck with warrior the whole time.
Really?
Yep.
That is crazy.
Orc warrior.
Are you one of those guys who then had like 3 different warriors, so you can do 3 different specs? And no?
Nope.
Well, what's
I've
that?
had
no
the
dedication
same character
whatsoever.
Yeah, no, yeah. I just like, I've
Duh.
been so happy with that class. I'm like, I don't see why to try anyone else. But that's.
No, that's nice.
I think it's better to be more diverse, try it out, because everyone's like, oh, if you love warrior, then you should try paladin, do this, that. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, well, someday. Slow down, someday.
It was just nice to have different classes because of me doing a lot of PvP at one point as well. I just needed to know what can they do.
Right.
Like, right, when I go up against them, I can read their spells, yeah, but what can I really do? Like, how do you comp it up and everything? And that helped me so much to understand what was going on during a fight. So I really, really needed it for my career.
Well, speaking about PvP, back in the day, if you remember, warrior, not so good. Nowadays, who's on top? Who's doing this now?
I guess it's the Warriors.
Yeah, it is.
Now, Josh, you just said you have been talking to people in the line, so let's take a look if you actually ruined the segment for us.
Yeah, I did. World of Warcraft is turning 10 years old, you know that?
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Are you a big fan of World of Warcraft?
I think I've been playing since vanilla, so yeah.
Really? How long's that been?
Well, 10 years almost.
I see how I got it out of him. Did you know that World of Warcraft is turning 10 years old?
Yes, I knew it because I played Warcraft 3, and yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry about the mic. I feel like I'm like trying to put it in your collar.
I'm playing since 7 years.
Wow. But she's actually on roller skates here at Gamescom. That is gutsy. That's a true Heroes of the Storm player right there. And you made a cake for us, right?
Yeah, sure. I love World of Warcraft, and I love Pandaria in special.
And I thought 10 years is worth the games.
Do you think World of Warcraft is going to be cool in 20 years?
I hope.
Yeah.
I still have the little book that came with the first World of Warcraft thing, and I just kept it because I actually needed it when I began, because I had no idea how do I walk and do things, and I think that's something that's 10 years old and still on my desk.
That's a great answer. I like that a lot. One more question. Is it going to be cool when it's 30 years old?
It's gonna be cool forever.
World of Warcraft is best!
And after this little video, we have a very happy developer here in our studio. Please give it up for Tom Chilton. He's the game director of World of Warcraft.
Whoa, how did I get here?
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing fine. How are you, John?
I'm good that
Okay,
I didn't
thanks,
ruin
that's
the
it, that's
whole
it.
bit. Okay.
Nah, just kidding. No, you didn't ruin it. That was actually really interesting.
Did
and
you see the cake?
I saw the cake.
Right.
And
I
it
cut
is
the cake.
worth...
Did you really?
Yeah, they had to cut the cake.
You should have cut the cake, yeah.
Yeah,
That's your cake
I got
to
in
cut.
back there when it was already cut. Like, half of it was gone. And I was like, oh no, who ruined
It was
that?
with this tiny plastic knife like this.
You get a spork to cut this in many pieces.
No, that's nice. That's nice. So, Tom, you have been working with World of Warcraft since 2004.
That's right.
That's a long time. There must have been quite a ride. Maybe you want to tell us something about that.
Yeah, it definitely has been. I came on board early in 2004. We had some amount of time left on the project. At the time, we didn't really know how long. It turned out to be about 10 months or so that we had left. And I remember coming in and immediately sinking myself into playing the game, learning how to make spells, do all this kind of stuff. And I remember we worked 7 days a week for probably about 6 months to finish it up, 16-hour days. But it was actually kind of fun, and I think back to it very nostalgically. And
oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
So what was the hardest when you guys developed the game?
I would say one of the hardest things was coming in and knowing that we wanted PvP to be a big part of the game, but literally having no idea what it was going to be. I remember after I interviewed, kind of asking, what plans do you have for PvP? And they're like, I don't know. You're gonna help us figure it out, because all we know now is that we want to have these things called battlegrounds, and maybe there will be some like peons and peasants mining gold, and maybe you'll fly in on a griffin. That was the design.
Do you have any type of pacing when it comes to all the new content you keep adding? Because I mean, I feel like I've like I said, I played the game 5-6 years.
Yep.
Every time I get on, I'm seeing something different.
Right on.
I mean, has it been planned, or that just organically happened?
Well, we're always trying to push ourselves to go faster, because we always, there's an endless desire for more stuff, and we really want to do that as well as we possibly can. We want to get to the point where we're delivering stuff even on a monthly basis. So the team has gotten a lot of experience, and we're at a point where we have a cadence, and we're kind of used to working that way.
Nice.
All right. So I mean, developing dreams is obviously developing dreams. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to say.
I do that
that's what
every
you actually.
night.
You're really good. Yeah. You're a good developer, like by heart and soul. I like that, day and night.
Yes.
No, but developing games—that's a big dream for a lot of people out there. How is it for you to work on a game which is just having such a huge success?
Right. It's really kind of surreal in a lot of ways, because when I came to Blizzard specifically to work on World of Warcraft, it was with the, being a huge fan of Blizzard games before that, and really wanting to be a part of the Blizzard thing. And so it's just all been this kind of magical thing that's sort of happening. I'm sure one day when I'm 60 and maybe still working on World of Warcraft,
Probably.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I look back on it and go, wow, that was really a thing.
I like that. So you guys have the expansion coming up, Warlords of Draenor. We already saw the cinematic. It was absolutely brilliant. I really loved it. But you guys also said that you have this new series coming out where the whole backstory of those warlords is being explained. And we actually have episode 1 here for you guys. So let's take a look at episode 1.
King Verin, the hour grows late. You must sign the declaration of war.
I was just a child when my father rushed to confront this same evil. He didn't understand these warlords at all. That mistake cost him his life and brought this kingdom to ruin.
You are not your father.
I know. But how can I succeed where he failed?
You can start by trusting my counsel. I have faced them before.
On Draenor, you were there all those years ago.
Yes. Believe me, they are not invincible.
Then tell me of them, Murad. Tell me everything.
Very well. Kargath had no clan. He was raised a slave. The ogre's cruelty was intolerable. So he sought a way out. The arena. 100 orc lives was the price for freedom. Fight. Kill. Salute. Kargath was unstoppable, and the day of his final fight had come. One last kill, and it was over. Lives. Kargath had earned his reward, like every champion before him. Buried beneath the arena, the promise of freedom, nothing but a lie. Kargath would be chained no longer. Take your vengeance. Bound by vengeance, their name would be spoken in fear. This was the birth of the shattered hand.
That was amazing.
Wow.
I don't. The nail scene.
Oh, the nail was rough.
They could have showed the whole hand thing. I wouldn't have been bothered. But that nail scene. No.
As soon as that happened,
Tom,
I started rubbing my
why?
fingers.
What is that?
I know.
What's that?
I've seen it 100 times by now, and I still kind of grit my lip every time it's about to happen. And
I like that you say grit my lips, because what we all did was,
Yeah.
That was really the reaction. Now, you wanted to ask something
Yeah,
about
I gotta ask. The writing, the storyboarding, that was incredible. Like, who did that? That was great.
Well, we have a creative development department at Blizzard, and we've been working with them for about a year, just going over storyboards, going over early versions of it, iterating, and they've really come along. They're an amazing group, and they're so creative.
Yeah, I mean, really, that was like an emotional roller coaster in a 3 to 5 minute bite.
Yeah, definitely.
Great.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the next few episodes of that. Now, you guys already released a street date when the game is coming out. People are already in the beta, can already play it. You also already announced the core features. Would you be willing to quickly run us through what people can expect from the expansion?
Well, I mean, we have some major stuff coming. First of all, you'll be playing in the world of Draenor itself, right? This is the place where the orcs and the ogres came from, as we just kind of saw. And it's a really steeped in history kind of place. It's got a lot of incredible characters in it. The environments are amazing. The quests are amazing. People will love it. Plus, you can jump right into it. If you get Warlords of Draenor, you get a level 90 character. And that's what you're going to need to be able to get going. So even if there were some expansions that you missed in between, I always invoke the example of the guy who last played when he was in Blade's Edge Mountains of Burning Crusade, and he kind of logs in like a caveman, thawing out from thousands of years of the ice, but he'll get boosted right up to 90 and be able to play. Beyond that, we have the garrisons feature. Players are going to be able to build their own base, their like Warcraft style base, in World of Warcraft for the first time.
All right, yeah, so that's a lot of stuff you actually have coming up. And now maybe you want to tell us a little bit about the alternate timeline, because this is the first time an expansion is actually not settled in the actual time, so it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because we're really we're blending them a little bit, right? Because as the expansion introduction kicks off, the Dark Portal is turned red from the Azeroth side, and Iron Horde orcs are pouring right through it. So even though these are Iron Horde orcs from a different time, you're seeing them now here. They're clear and present, real danger. So it's up to the Alliance and Horde to charge through there and really make a difference and save the day.
All right, so you also have the revamp of the garrisons being added into the game, and now they now integrate better into the story. Can you maybe talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. The garrisons are completely integrated into the storyline and into the content in terms of, about an hour into your experience, after you've gotten through and sabotaged the Dark Portal to buy the Alliance and Horde some time, you'll be setting up your garrison with the help of your major faction leaders and other significant characters. At that point, you're going to be using the garrison as kind of almost like a quest hub throughout the expansion. So it'll carry through all the different zones you go in. As you go to different zones, you'll also set up little outposts. The buildings that you build help determine what content you have access to. So it's going to add a dynamic that we've never seen before in a while.
I love that, mostly because everyone really wanted to have something like housing, something that sort. Now we have the garrisons, and it's even better than anything I could have imagined.
Cool.
So I'm super happy about that, really.
Question for you about the garrisons is: can you spend an indefinite amount of time building your town up? I mean, is that like a pretty good chunk of playtime?
We try to really balance it against how much time you spend questing and doing other things. So we try to set it up deliberately so that you don't spend 100% of your time doing garrison stuff. And in fact, really, you'll have to go out into the world and do things to get garrison resources to be able to build other buildings and do stuff like that. So there's definitely a lot of interplay between the world and the garrisons itself.
I like that. Okay.
Now, we, of course, also went around here in the audience to ask for some questions for our lovely developer, and we got one for you.
Do you plan to design a new race?
Well, I am 100% sure we will do some new races at some point in some other expansion that's coming up. For Warlords, we really focused on redoing the existing player races and bringing up to the quality standards of the more recent ones. But you can pretty much be guaranteed that at some point we'll jump into having another race.
I'm looking forward to that.
Have you seen the new models, by the way? For the
Oh yeah, oh yes I did. I'm amazed.
They're so good. Yeah.
I mean, I read it and was like, yeah, sounds fair enough. That's going to be interesting. I expected a few more strands of hair or something, but I didn't expect it to be that extent. That must have taken so much time out of your team. So no, I'm amazed by that. We actually have another question from our audience.
Hello developers, would you make in the new expansion a raid with similar mechanics as Ulduar for hard modes and heroics?
Interesting. So that's a pretty broad question, and I can answer that in a number of different ways. So there are a lot of mechanics that were inspired by Ulduar that we've already done in a number of different cases. So for example, if you think back to the Thorim encounter, where players had to get into safe spots periodically because the ground would freeze over and you would take huge amounts of damage. But then, when the ground would thaw out, you'd move back in and spread out because otherwise your raid would take huge amounts of damage. We've done that kind of mechanic in a variety of different ways. I don't know how many times since then. Millions of times.
Millions. No, you're good with numbers, just like Josh.
Statistically, that's correct.
I like that.
Yeah. And then I'm sure we'll also take some of the other mechanics the players have seen. I have some that I really like. For example, the last encounter I was referring to is actually Hodir. The Thorim encounter is something I'd really like to see in terms of the way the raid splits up. Because I thought it was a lot of fun that you had a group of players that would go up the ramp to fight Thorim kind of up on the platform while other players were doing things down below. We've on occasion done the splitting mechanic. We did in Naxxramas also. I think it would be awesome to see that again. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it again at some point.
When I was actually going up the ramp with my character, I was pretending that he was winded. After
Nice.
a long fight, I really live.
Did you go into RP walking mode?
Yeah, just to chug it out. I was sweating myself. Yeah, that's how I play World of Warcraft.
I'll bet your raid loved you.
Yeah, no. What are you doing?
Oh, that's great. Now, Tom, I want to thank you so much for being here and answering all our questions. It's always great talking to you. And continue what you're doing with the dreams developing and everything. It's great. Loving it. Now we have cosplay coming up for you guys in just a few seconds. So stay tuned for our next segment. And we are back again, and this time with something we've been showing you bits and bobs throughout the whole evening, and now we finally have them here in our studio. So this is just going to be great. I actually can't wait to see it. We have two guests. It's going to be pure dedication. Cosplay for me is pure dedication. It's people who have been spending so much time on their cosplays, and yeah, we actually have them here, and we're going to talk a little bit to them. So I actually can't wait to do so. So I just want to walk them right into here. Please take a seat, if somewhat possible, with those lovely outfits.
I mean,
yeah, let's just applaud for that.
Wow, I mean, really? Come on. Wow. Wow. Are you seeing this, by the way? That the eye is blinking and look at come on, right?
This is incredible.
You guys look amazing. Like absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever made so much awkward compliments within 1 minute, but I just can't stop right now.
Yeah.
It's looking so good. So I see Magda from Diablo 3, and I also see a Hunter set. That's a tier 6 Hunter set right there, and I love it. It's a Grundstalker. Is that the name? Grundstalker.
Exactly.
Yeah, Grundstalker is the name of that lovely set, and we're gonna talk to those two in just a second. Now, Josh, if you could cosplay, what would you cosplay as?
I've always had a yearning to play ETC from Heroes of the Storm. It's the Taran guy with the guitar. I think that would actually fit my personality pretty good.
Nice.
No, I can't play guitar, but I don't see that stopping me.
Yeah, no. Why would it stop you?
No,
why would it stop
it wouldn't.
you? Now let's talk to our guests. Let's talk to Magda. What's your real name?
My real name is Laura Jansen, and
right.
I'm from Germany, from Aachen. And yes.
You look absolutely lovely. Now
Thank
you
you.
Magda from Diablo 3. Why did you go for this outfit?
I'm cosplaying a lot of Diablo stuff or Blizzard stuff. So yes, I wanted to do something different. A lot of people are doing armors, and yeah, I'm doing a lot of armors. Before last year, we had 2 barbarians, me and my boyfriend, and
you were on the stage here.
Yes,
I remember you. You were great.
Yeah, we were also on the BlizzCon, and he made the proposal, and yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yes.
So you said yes.
Yes, I said yes.
That
of course,
is lovely.
Of
That is
course.
absolutely lovely. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. And so I love Magda, and I love the design. I love the character, the costume design especially. And so yeah, I decided to make her because I really love the design and the character. And
Did you see the moths on her
Yes,
back?
I want to touch them. I want to cuddle them.
Yeah.
They look so fluffy. What did you make them of? Fluff.
Yeah, of fluff.
Did you make them out of fluff?
Just casual question.
No, they are made out of styrofoam. The inside is made of styrofoam, and then just covered with some fur. It's fake fur, and yeah, the wings are made out of Oh my God, I don't know the English word. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Good, no.
But they are very light.
Fluff.
But they are very lightweight, so it's a bit comfortable.
They look amazing. Your whole costume is amazing.
I'm sorry, one more question about the moths. I can't get off this. How long did it take you to make those? Because, I mean, the costume looks complicated enough, and then you look at those, and that's like a standalone piece.
I made the whole costume in only 9 days.
In what?
Yes, it take me
9 days.
9 days. I know nobody believed me, but
what is this sorcery?
Yeah, what is this dark magic?
Witchcraft.
At the moment I have holidays, so I have a lot of time. So I work from the morning till the evening, the whole time. I have no life.
Nice.
No, I have no social life. I have no friends at the moment. I'm just working on my costume, and yeah, so it takes me only 9 days. Yeah, I'm kind of a professional because I'm doing a lot of costumes, so yeah, I know how to make this and that, and so I'm pretty fast in that.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
It's still impressive, even though you're I don't even know why you put that in quotation marks. This looks professional. This is absolutely amazing. Now let's talk to our. They stare at me.
This one right here has not stopped looking at me the whole time.
No, this is a hunter set. It's actually the Gron Stalker set from World of Warcraft. Why did you choose to go for this one?
I wanted to make something move on my costume, to use a little technology in it, and well, I went to the science fiction robotics things for Starcraft, and I didn't really find what I really wanted to do, and then I didn't have a lot of time. But I really liked this set in World of Warcraft, and the eyes, it always add life and creepiness to the costume, so I really wanted to do the eye things.
This is amazing. Are you cosplaying more often? Like, is that something you do in your free time?
Not that often. I usually make 1 cosplay per year. So last year I came to Gamescom. I was as Buzz Lightyear, and I did a few mascots costume before that, but I don't cosplay a lot. But I really like that, and usually I try a new technique when I do a new costume. So this time I really wanted to try leathercraft.
I don't know where to look at you when I look at you, because there's an eye there and there, and it blinks, and then I see your face. Sorry, I'm so confused.
I've been making eye contact with this one the whole time.
This is so amazing. I love this costume. Both of yours, actually.
Yeah, really.
What are the reaction you have been getting with all the eye blinking and stuff here?
Exactly that. I mean, it's that eye moving makes people uncomfortable. I mean, they see something moving, and instead of just a piece of armor, it's an eye, and an eye, it's really alive, and it's creepy. It makes you uncomfortable to be looking at from everywhere and all the time.
I don't find it. Actually, it is creepy. It was really great too. So thank you guys so much for coming here and joining us and answering some questions. You look amazing. Keep on doing it. I can't wait to see your costume maybe next year here at the Gamescom. That would be absolutely great. And now we're actually having some winners from Twitter. Let's take a look at what we got there.
All right. Oh, very cool. That's from the orchestra earlier.
Yes, Bark. Yeah. They're called. They're absolutely amazing.
They really were.
This is a real nice way to actually enjoying Blizzard.
Hey.
That's me.
I recognize one of the people in that.
Yeah, that guy was really nice.
What is he wearing? What is
a cobalt hat. You can wear it. You can get them here in the shop. They're really nice.
I'm going to go buy one of those. A game close to my heart. I like it. I approve. Very cool. Oh, that's amazing.
This statue is so
That
unreal
statue
good.
is bananas. That's
Yes,
the
it
first
is.
thing that comes to my mind. But
now we come to
and
the
here's
main
the main winner. There you go, Hearthstone. Such a good game.
So see, we have a lot more people actually here at the venue today.
Yeah,
Yesterday I think we had more home shots than at the venue shots. But this is really pleasant to see as well, that they're actually running around here, and there are plenty of people running around here. So congratulations to our daily winner, and of course to all the runner-ups. You are rewarded with some amazing prizes. I'm really jealous about that. And that already leads you to the end of the show. Josh, it has been a pleasure once more to have you here with me. And I hope you guys are tuning in tomorrow again. Tomorrow we will be starting at 4, not at 6 like the other 2 days, so make sure to be on time, right? And I just want to thank you all for tuning in and watching, and we will be seeing you again tomorrow.